The Rochester Police Department once again under scrutiny after a deadly encounter overnight.
Officers were called to the Open Door Mission homeless shelter around 3 a.m. because of a man with a knife. The man was a guest at the shelter, and police say he took the knife from the facility and ran outside. When police found him, they say he was cutting himself and threatening officers. When he moved towards police, he was shot and died later at the hospital.
We have team coverage. Kayla Green is standing by with a reaction from local activists and the police union. But first, let's check in with Christian Garzone. Christian, what happened?
Well, Maureen, the police chief saying today deadly force should be a last resort, but for other resources to get there in time for a different outcome, time, she says, just was not on their side this morning. The mayor says this incident breaks her heart, but for right now, she stands with the police chief and her team. An investigation into all of this is now underway.
First, I certainly want to express my heartfelt condolences to the family of the person that died today.
Police Chief Cynthia Harriet Sullivan says with the shooting death this morning in front of the Open Door Mission, officers retreated over 400 feet from the man as he was following them with a knife, asking police to shoot him and threatening to kill them.
It was within several minutes that this whole incident took place. So.
In the body cam video, the man gets within 6 to 7 feet away from one RPD officer before charging at him with a knife, the officer firing his weapon. The man was pronounced dead shortly thereafter at Strong.
Obviously, using that sort of force should be the last option.
She says other resources were phoned in, but the time frame this all occurred in didn't allow for that. And had something like a mental health crisis team been there, they would have been kept back for their own safety.
Officers did call for other resources such as our beanbag gun and for taser deployments.
The mayor says watching the body cam videos break her heart.
Could this have ended differently? Could a taser or other less than lethal force have been used?
But she is not going to ask the community to understand police choices. She says she does not fully understand yet.
I'm asking you to trust her team, to evaluate, to research and review.
Now, the chief says the officer involved in the shooting has been placed on administrative leave pending a review. And when it comes to the release of the body cam videos, we're told that will not happen tonight. That's a back and forth right now between the DA's office and the Attorney General's office. In Rochester, Christian Garzone, News 8. Adam, Maureen, back to you.
All right, Christian, thank you. Let's go now to Kayla Green. Kayla, I know that you have reaction time from the police union. They're calling what happened here a difficult and dangerous situation. Do activists agree?
Yes, Maureen, and we'll get to that statement later. But for now, the Police Accountability Board, the Community Justice Initiative, and Free the People Rock are calling for more money to be allocated towards mental health. And they're also questioning why groups formed to respond to mental health calls weren't called in this situation. Where were the person in crisis and forensic intervention teams this morning? City Council member Malik Evans says that's the big question.
Was the person in crisis, the crisis team or the county's FIT team involved in the situation? If not, why? Those, I think, are outstanding questions that are very important. Anytime you have force used on a citizen by a police officer and it involves lethal force, in this case, the shooting, it's important that that information get out to the community.
Today, Free the People Rock released a statement calling out Evans and other council members and leaders for not acting on change sooner. They say, instead of systemic change we sorely need, our community has received meaningless, symbolic reforms, like the hiring of black police chiefs or implicit bias training. These reforms are designed to justify massive police budgets that come at the expense of our safety and humanity. The Community Justice Initiative echoed this, saying it's sad the community is becoming numb to these incidents reoccurring.
It doesn't need reformation. It needs to be dismantled. The system is doing exactly what it's designed to do.
The Police Accountability Board released a statement calling for body camera footage to be released and say this incident may again raise questions the community has been asking regarding police conduct. They say this latest incident spotlights the need for immediate attention to our repeated, unfulfilled requests for information. The community deserves a full and transparent review of all these incidents. The Rochester Police Locust Club released a statement asking the public to reserve judgment until the investigation is complete, and they say this in their statement: a sudden loss of life should only be seen for what it ultimately is, a tragedy. We ask the community to recognize the challenging place that our members found themselves in. Despite their best efforts in a very difficult and dangerous encounter, a life was lost, and the Community Justice Initiative is planning a protest for tomorrow in reaction to the pepper spray incident last week. They're also planning a Stop the Violence protest for Saturday. Live in Rochester, Kayla Green, News 8.
All right, Kayla, thank you. The officer involved in this shooting, by the way, has been placed on administrative leave per protocol. A rally also scheduled for this evening. It's supposed to start at this hour. We have a crew covering that. We'll provide updates throughout the evening. This shooting follows a string of incidents that have drawn attention, some of it national, to the Rochester Police Department. In way of review, we put together this timeline. The officer's encounter with Daniel Prude happened nearly a year ago on March 23rd. He died a week later. The incident made public along with body cam video in September. No officers involved will face charges. On January 29th, a 9-year-old girl was pepper sprayed by officers after they responded to a family dispute on Harris Street. Less than a month later, another incident on February 22nd. A mother was pepper sprayed by officers in front of her 3-year-old daughter on Portland Avenue. The Police Accountability Board saying she had been suspected of shoplifting. The PAB saying today it cannot comment on last night's shooting, but added it might raise similar questions to those raised by those other incidents.